So how dangerous is it to be a police officer or an ICE agent? Let's start with ICE agents. There have been a lot of innocent people shot recently in the name of self-defense, so how dangerous is their actual job? There was one ICE agent in 2024 who lost their life in the line of duty. According to ICE's website, there are about 20,000 ICE agents in the United States. That means the ICE agent mortality is about 5 out of every 100,000 agents. Let's put that in perspective. Maternal mortality in the United States was 19 in 2024. That means if you get pregnant, you're carrying almost 4 times the amount of mortality risk as an ICE agent faces. To show how safe it is to be an ICE agent, we can even look up infant mortality rates. Infant mortality in the United States usually stays at about 5.5 out of every 100,000, which means ICE agents face a roughly the same amount of risk as literal babies. To put it in a different perspective, the national homicide rate in the United States is about 7.1. That means when an ICE agent clocks into work, they actually face less risk of being killed by somebody else than the average person does just being alive. Now let's move to police officers. So according to the National Police Officer Memorial Fund, there are about 750,000 police officers in the United States. So now we look up how many police officers died in the line of duty, and that answer is about 111 in 2025. That means that the police officer mortality rate is about 14.8 out of every 100,000 officers. Now let's look at maternal mortality again. Maternal mortality is 19 per 100,000, which means a person who is pregnant is still at a higher mortality risk than a police officer just working his job. What about other occupations? Truck drivers and delivery drivers. The mortality rate is about 26.8 out of every 100,000. That means if a police station orders supplies or food, the drivers bringing that stuff to them are actually at a higher risk than the police officers themselves. And when we look at car accidents, depending on the state we're looking at, in just about every state, driving a car is more dangerous than being a police officer. But in some states, driving can be nearly 10 times as dangerous as being a police officer. Anyway, follow me if you want to see a breakdown on how much money we spend on ICE and how much it costs per person detained. That number is not pretty.